At Metro PCS, we let the numbers do the talking. 4, enjoy a reliable 4G LTE network that's faster than Sprint. 2, get 2 free smartphones when you switch to Metro PCS. 99, the percentage of people in the U.S. covered by Metro PCS. Get 2 free Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime smartphones when you switch. Metro PCS, wireless figured out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in past 90 days. Coverage claim based on talk text coverage. Speed claim from downloads. See store for details, terms, and conditions.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to episode 738 of this show. Now, before I describe what's coming up, I want to tell you about a special offer I have available for the balance of the month of May. Now, you can purchase this now and take advantage of it later on, but I'm making this offer available to celebrate the fact that on Tuesday, Job Search Radio, my other show, is going to be celebrating its 300th show. So in honor of that, what I'm doing is offering $99 coaching for a 30-minute session with me that I normally charge $250 for. To take advantage of that, what you do is you send an email to me, and the address is jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us, and in the subject line, put the words Job Search Radio. I know what it's about, and I'll send you Bonnie will send you a payment link, and we'll schedule time to speak. Now, today's show is about preparing for your very first interview. That may not be your case, but there are basics here that I cover that I think are good for anyone who might need a refresher. Hope you find it helpful to give it 5 stars on iTunes or Stitcher. It does help other people find the show. And with that, let's get going, okay? I was asked a question on Quora today, and the question translates into, what should I do before my first job interview? And I think it's actually a pretty simple question. I think most people know the answer, but this person is probably a little frightened, and it's understandable. It's the first one. So number one is lighten up on yourself. Reduce some of the pressure. There will be other interviews after this. You want to do well. Think of it as great practice. Now, even with thinking of it as great practice, you want to do a certain amount of preparation. So number one is make sure you have appropriate wardrobe, right? You want to be dressed properly for the kind of job that you're interviewing for. Obviously, if you're interviewing for a training program, an investment bank, you dress differently than a job in Silicon Valley, and you dress differently than you might if you're going to Whole Foods to interview. So dress appropriately for the occasion. Next, start to do a little research about the job that's involved. How do you do that research? Well, there was a job ad that you applied for in all probability, or you were referred by someone. No matter, look for the job description or talk with your friend who referred you for the job about the position and what's being sought. Then start to prepare answers to predictable questions firms might ask you. Don't know what some of them are? My website, thebiggamehunter.us, in the blog area. Look for tough interview questions. That's one of the tag areas. I think it's located on the bottom of the page in the blog. And start practicing answers for tough interview questions. Start with the basics, like tell me about yourself, and go on from there. Now, it's not enough to think the answer. You have to hear it come out of your mouth. And it's best of all if not only you hear it come out of your mouth, but if you practice with someone who's able to give you constructive feedback. I'm not talking about feedback that says, that sucks. That's not constructive. You want them to be able to say things like, the way I heard you talk, it sounded like you were frightened or scared. Or the way I heard you talk, you kind of spoke quickly. It was hard to follow you. Whatever it is, look for someone who can give you that kind of feedback in order to improve. Practice, practice, practice. Everyone tells you to research the firm. It's not like it's tough. Go on the web, look at their website, see what they do for a living. You probably already know it, but assuming that you don't, find out what they do for a living. Go to LinkedIn, look up the profile of the person or people that you'll be meeting with. You're not connected to them in any way, try a Google search or try a search using li-usa.info. That's a U.S.-centric site to look at LinkedIn public profiles it's public profiles from LinkedIn. If the person doesn't have a LinkedIn profile, you're not going to find them, obviously. But it searches all public LinkedIn profiles. Look at the person's background. That'll let you know if they're an HR or a hiring manager. And again, practice, practice, practice. Practice to the point where you seem sincere and believable. After all, when you go to the theater and you watch a show, or you go to a movie, you don't start thinking, oh, that's so-and-so on the screen. You start seeing them in character pretty quickly. And they have rehearsed to be that simple in their presentation and so believable in their presentation, you forget that they're a human being who happens to be playing a part. You see them in that part. That's what you want to be doing. You want to be believable, credible. You want to be a human being who's looking for a job, not just simply an applicant. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few ways that you can connect with me. The first one, of course, is reach out to me on LinkedIn. My page there is linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love to hear from my listeners. It just puts a big smile on my face. Next, if you're an executive and interested in my coaching you, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Mention in the subject line that you're interested in coaching. I'll reach back to you. We'll set up a time to speak. We'll figure out whether this makes sense. I want to be clear. I'm not here to be your recruiter. I no longer do search work. I'm a coach helping people find their next position. And as such, my work is not free. I'm not doing this as a charitable endeavor. I'm here to see whether I can help you and whether your background is something where I can be of service. And if you're not an executive, the best place to connect with me is with JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's my site where I've curated information that I've created and other people have created. It's there with their permission, of course. And you can ask me questions. So right now there's over 400 pieces of content there, plus the ability to ask me questions. So again, JobSearchCoachingHQ.com is that site. And by the way, and I haven't really mentioned this on the site, in addition to doing job search coaching, I also do executive coaching and life coaching. And I've done so for years. So if you're interested in that, message me again at my email address, jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Tell me about what you're interested in, and I'll get back to you and we'll talk about it. Hope you found this helpful, and in the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
At Optimum, we're having our summer sale early. This triple play is only $69.99 a month for 1 year. You'll get 200 megs of lightning-fast internet, unlimited home phone, TV with over 260 channels, HBO and Showtime included for 1 year, and we'll even give you free multi-room DVR Plus for 2 years. Call Optimum at 877-6-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/summer sale for special web-only offers. Offer for new residential customers. Taxes, fees, equipment charges, and restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. See Optimum.com for details.